What's up guys, Mr. Nee over here, and what you see here is a 12-speed Ultegra cassette that I bought for an upcoming project, and I was a little bit surprised when I got it in my hands and I got to compare the quality of against the older Ultegra cassettes that I own and that I used in the past. And honestly, I feel like the quality of the finish has gone down. But I'm not talking about the technology itself. The profiling of the teeth is magnificent. There are the ramps and the the intricate detail that you see on it in terms of the teeth themselves is great. Shimano is by far the best in terms of cassettes, but the quality of the finish is not as good as, for example, on my older Ultegra style cassette. This is old 11 speed. I had a whole lot of Ultegra cassettes in my life. I had 10 speed, 11 speed, all kinds of cassettes. I had a couple of Dura Ace cassettes also and fair few 105s, but I love Ultegra the most as far as cassettes. You break them in and then they ride even better. But what surprised me here is, first of all, you can almost see like it's the particles of the finish. It's a lot finer on this 11 speed if I turn it around, and especially when you feel it with your hand, this feels really like fine and smooth. This almost feels like a little like gravelly, or I don't know how to describe it. And on the back, when it comes to the spider, this spider is so rough and these edges are really sharp for whatever reason. Here it's like nicely finished and everything. It feels like they decided that they are just gonna skip the last sort of detailing on it to cut some costs. And like, yeah, whatever, I guess that's fine. Because you don't really see the spider, but compared to the quality of the 10-speed and 11-speed Ultegra cassettes, this feels like a little bit of a downgrade, you know. But the good thing is that the price is the same as it was on the 11-speed, so at least they are not overcharging us for that more than they already are. But so those are two things, and another thing that I don't really like is that obviously you have the big pieces that are connected together, and then you have the washers in between. And here is the thing, this one washer, this is the usual style of the washer. You can see the thickness of it. And then there is one washer that is significantly thinner. So if you lose this, you cannot just replace it with these ones. You see the difference in thickness of it. And that I was like, wow, why would they do that? You know, that's really not consistent with everything else they ever did. So just another sort of complication, and really like comparing 12 speed to the 11 speed, the 10 speed, even 9 and 8, it's so much more complicated. I'm not saying that it doesn't work well. It works really well from what I saw everywhere, but it's just a lot more complicated, a lot more headache. And you really should decide if it's worth it to go for that. But I guess people want the latest and greatest. And the 12 speed, okay, it's more complicated, but it's still manageable compared to the 13 speed. The 13 speed, it's already a little bit of a disaster. And personally, my advice to you would be either stick with the 11 speed or 12 speed. Don't be rushing into the 13 speed. It's going to be even more problems than you have with this, all right? So yeah, peace out guys, Mr. Nee.